Sometimes in the hospital, a doctor explains that the situation is very serious. Maybe the treatments aren't working the way everyone hoped. Maybe the body is becoming weaker. And in that moment, someone in the family says something that the doctors and nurses hear very often. They say, "We are hoping for a miracle." When that happens, there's often a moment of silence in the room because hope is a very human response to fear and uncertainty. Families say this because they love the person in the bed. They're not trying to ignore reality. They are trying to hold on to the possibility that something could change. When I sit with families during this conversation, I usually pause first. Silence is often important in that moment. And then I say something like this: "I hear you, and I want to continue to hope with you. I'm not here to take away hope. I'm here to help us see what the body is telling us." Because hope doesn't have to disappear when a situation becomes serious. But sometimes hope needs to shift. At the beginning of an illness, hope might look like this: hope that the treatment works, hope that the person recovers, hope that life returns to normal. But when the body begins to struggle more and more, hope can take a different shape. Families might begin hoping for things like comfort, peace, time together, freedom from suffering. I once sat with a family whose loved one had been in the ICU for weeks. Every complication was met with the same response: "He's strong, he will bounce back," and he had bounced back before. But over time, the body was showing us something different. His organs were beginning to fail. The machines supporting him were increasing, and the treatments were no longer reversing what was happening. One day during the family meeting, someone said quietly, "We are still hoping for a miracle." And the room went quiet. After a moment, another family member said something that often happens when families begin to see the situation more clearly. They said, "I think he would not want this." That moment didn't mean the family stopped loving him. And this didn't mean hope disappeared. It meant hope was changing. Instead of hoping the body would recover, the family began hoping for something else. They hoped he would be comfortable. They hoped they could be present with him. They hoped the decision they make would reflect who he was as a person. When family begin to ask those questions, the conversation becomes less about fighting the illness at all costs and more about honoring the person. These moments are incredibly difficult, and there's no perfect way for families to navigate them. But understanding that hope can evolve during serious illness can sometimes make this conversation feel a little less frightening. Because shifting hope does not mean giving up. It means responding honestly to what the body is showing us. This conversation can be very emotional for families. So I'm curious, when you hear someone say they're hoping for a miracle, what does that phrase mean to you? And if you're navigating serious illness decision for someone you love, you may find the other videos on this channel helpful. If you would like help organizing your thoughts before medical conversation, the free caregiver decision guide is linked in the description below. In another video, we will talk about why this decision can sometimes feel like giving up too soon, even when family members are trying to do the right thing.